Hello students, in this video we will be discussing about national income. National income means it is the value of final goods and services produced by residents of a country in a financial year. Here residents means people who belongs to the particular country and the economic activities of these residents. The economic activity can be production, consumption or expenditure. So all these activities will comes under economic activities, and we will take the value of goods and services produced by all the residents, including the net factor income from abroad, that is export minus import. Usually net national product after factor cost is considered as the national income of a country. Net national product is equal to gross national product minus depreciation, whereas net domestic product is equal to gross domestic product minus depreciation. So national income shows the strength of an economy. If the economy is having high national income, we will say that country is a developed country. If a country is having very low national income, we will say that the country is a less developed country or an underdeveloped country. So national income shows the strength of that particular economy. Now we will see what do you mean by personal income. Personal income means it is the income acquired to the individual from different sources. It can be income from employment, it can be dividend or interest, it can be rent also. So all these things will comprise of a person's income: rent, dividend, interest, then capital gain, profit, income from employment. All these incomes together will constitute personal income. Now we will discuss net national product at factor cost and net national product at market price. As all of you know that net national product is considered to be the national income of the country. So net national product means it is the net value of final goods and services produced by residents of a country in a financial year, that is 1 year. So net national product NNP at market price is equal to GNP minus depreciation. Then we will get NNP. So it takes into account the net value of goods and services produced in a country, and along with it, it also takes into consider net factor income from abroad. Now we will see what is the difference between factor cost and market price. For example, NNP at factor cost is equal to NNP at market price minus indirect taxes plus subsidies. Now we will discuss how to estimate national income. There are three methods to estimate national income: product method, income method, and expenditure method. Methods to calculate national income: product method or value added method, income method, and expenditure method. So these three methods we will discuss in detail. Hello students, in this video we will be discussing about methods of measuring national income. There are three methods of measuring national income. Which method is to be used depends on the availability of data in a country and the purpose in hand. So first is income method. This method we add net income payments received by all citizens of a country in a particular year. Net income that result to all the factors of production like net rents, wage, interest and profits are all added together, but income received in the form of transfer payments are omitted, in which it simply says that we all have certain amount of income, we all are citizens of India. So all the incomes that we are getting will be taken into consider in income method. We will add net income payment of received by all individual. It means that the income of all citizens of a country will be taken into consider, and rent, wage, interest and profit, all these things will be taken into consider when we are calculating income method. Now we will study this in step by step. Next method is product method or value added method. According to this method, the aggregate value of final goods and services produced in a country during a financial year is computed at market prices to find out GNP, gross national product, the data of all productive activities, that is agricultural products, minerals, industrial products, the contribution to production made by transport, insurance, communication, lawyers, doctors, teachers, etc. are accumulated and assessed. So it simply means that we are taken into consider the monetary value of all the final goods and services produced in the country by the residents. It can be in the residents means the citizens. It can be within the country or outside the country also. So we are calculating all these final goods and services produced in a country during a financial year. That is called a gross national product. Under this method, national income is estimated by taking the contribution made by each producing enterprise to production in the domestic territory of a country in an accounting year, in which what we are doing is we are taking each producing enterprise and its contribution to the production. So we will study step by step. In step 1, first of all, productive enterprises are classified into primary, secondary and tertiary sector. So production process is divided into 3. Primary sectorly, in primary sector, agricultural and allied activities will come. Agricultural, poultry, fishing, animal rearing, all this comes under primary sector. Second is sector, mainly industrial sector. Then tertiary sector, that is service sector. So first we will divide the productive enterprise into 3 sectors: primary sector, secondary sector and tertiary sector. In step 2, then value of output is calculated by multiplying the amount of goods and services by each enterprise with their market price. For example, when we are calculating the value of primary sector, first we will calculate the agricultural product and we will multiply the agricultural product with its price. For example, 10 tons of rice. So we will multiply 10 tons of rice into its price, then we will get the total value. Like that, we will calculate the total value of primary sector, secondary sector and tertiary sector. In step 3, what we are doing is value of intermediate consumption is calculated to estimate gross value added. So there is something called intermediate consumption. Intermediate consumption means a good which is consumed before it is being termed as final good. For example, wheat and wheat bread. Wheat bread is the final product, but we can consume wheat also. So wheat consumption is intermediate consumption in this context. So we will calculate intermediate consumption also. Then gross value added is equal to value of output minus intermediate consumption. So first we will add the output. From the output we will subtract the intermediate consumption. In step 4, cost of depreciation is calculated to get net value added. So net value added is equal to gross value added minus depreciation. In step 5, net value added by all productive enterprises of all the 3 sectors of the economy is added up to obtain net domestic product at market price. So we are calculating the total value of goods and services produced by each sector. In each sector, all productive enterprises we are calculating and we are adding it. Then net indirect taxes are subtracted from net domestic product at market price to arrive at net domestic product, that is net NDP, net domestic product at factor cost. Now we will discuss what are all the steps involved in product method. So this net domestic product at factor cost is also called as net domestic income. In the final step, step 6, by adding net factor income from abroad to net domestic product at factor cost, we will get net national income at factor cost. This is popularly known as national income. So net factor income from abroad means export minus import is also added. Then we will get net national income at factor cost. Thank you. Students, in this session we will be discussing about income method of national income estimation. According to income method, national income is measured in terms of payment made to the primary factors of production. So what are the payment is being made to the factors of production is taken into consider. So what are the factors of production? There are 4 factors of production: land, labor, capital and organization, and we are calculating the payment given to each of this factor of production. In step 1, all producing enterprises employing various factors of production are identified and classified broadly into 3 categories: primary sector, secondary sector and tertiary sector. So first we are identifying the 3 sectors, and then we will identify the what are all the factors of production involved in primary sector, secondary sector and tertiary sector. In step 2, factor incomes are grouped into the following heads. So factor incomes we will classify as compensation of employees, rent, interest, profit, mixed income. In step 3, all these factor payments are estimated. In step 4, by adding all the income paid out by all the sectors, that is primary, secondary and tertiary, we will obtain domestic factor income. So we are calculating the payment given to factors of production in primary sector, payment given to factors of production in secondary sector, payment given to factors of production in the tertiary sector. By adding all these 3 sectors, we will get a domestic factor income. In step 5, by adding the net factor income from abroad to domestic factor income, we will get national income. So first we are calculating domestic factor income, then we are adding net factor income from abroad, that is export minus import, then we will get national income. Next method is expenditure method. Under expenditure method, national income is the aggregate of all the final expenditures in an economy during an year. Domestic product here is measured as the flow of final expenditure on goods and services produced in an economy in a year. So, under expenditure method, we are calculating the expenditure made by all the people in the economy or all the institutions in the economy. So here domestic product is measured as a flow of final expenditure on goods and services. Now we will discuss what are the steps involved in expenditure method. Step 1, to identify economic units incurring final expenditure. In that, various economic units which incur final expenditure within the domestic territory of a country can be grouped as a household sector, producing sector, government sector and rest of the world. In step 2, we are classifying the final expenditure into private final consumption expenditure, government final consumption expenditure, gross fixed capital formation, change in stocks and net export. So we are calculating all these final expenditure. In step 3, we are measuring final expenditure on domestic product. For this, we require 2 types of data. First is volume of gross sales and second is rent prices. By multiplying volume of sales with their respective retail prices and then by adding them all, we will get gross domestic product at market price. In step 4, we are estimating net factor income from abroad, that is export minus import. Finally, value of net factor income from abroad is estimated, which is added to gross domestic product at market price to get gross national product at market price. So in which what we are doing is we are taking the net factor income from abroad, that is export minus import, and we are adding this to gross domestic product, then we will get gross national product. In step 5, we are estimating national income. For obtaining national income at a factor cost, cost of depreciation and net indirect taxes have to be subtracted. That means national income is equal to gross national product at market price. MP means market price minus depreciation minus net indirect taxes. So these are the three methods of national income estimation.